1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I am a guy from a place. Charm City Bipper, Quis The Vndl. Marquis is the name my mama gave me. I'm here in a moment of transition. I've been doing a job for 3 years, and I'm at a point where I'm transitioning out. And I'm very intentional about honoring the things that bring me joy and honoring the things that I'm coming to understand as blessings and gifts that I have no right to take for granted. The quote that is heavy in my mind and just keeps coming back to me: be scared and do it anyway. Be scared and do it anyway. I've had a misconception of what courage looked like. I've had a misconception of what is required to start. I've had a misconception about money, about a lot of things. And a lot of these misconceptions limit my beliefs. They limited my ability and close my mind to all that is possible. Committing to this has given me joy in a way that nothing else has in the recent days and in the recent weeks. I am a yoga instructor. I'm teaching 2 classes a week now. 3 classes. I'm actually teaching 1 to kids. So I'm teaching 3 classes a week. I am doing this podcast. I am still creating music and poetry. I'm writing. And I intend to travel. And I intend to be what I want to see. I intend to just love so much of what this experience is. Be scared and do it anyway. I'm a brand ambassador for my own brand. Charm City Bipper. Be loved. Love Baltimore. Get to it. Mr. Motion. Right? Mr. Motion. Have movement. Have just the desire for more, man. Like, visionaries never die, legends survive. All mindset based. That vision is gonna be the catalyst. But without action, that faith without them works it's meaningless. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative. And as I said, I'm in a transition. And if that message of be scared and do it anyway is needed for you, I'm grateful that I'm able to pass it along. I'm grateful that the power of those words won't just end within me. I'm really sitting with that. It's so different to be in a space where you've acknowledged that this next thing is uncertain and it doesn't look like anything you've done before. And there's limited references. There's limited people to lean on. And this is when that faith is tested. When you can't talk to man anymore. Or you don't have access to the people that could give you the advice. You always got access to the God within you. To God. And I'm sitting with that, and certain things are, certain chapters are ending how they need to. People are being healed. People are coming home to love. And like I said, what it look like ain't always gonna be what they say it is. It ain't gonna always be that thing that they've assigned. But it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And I'm excited for this journey. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. It's just so much. It's so much. And it's been a very emotional process. There's been fear, there's been anxiety, there's been these different things, and the powerful part is those feelings don't go away. We just find ways to deal with them better, and we can request ways to deal with them better, and life will show us ways. God will show us ways. It'll Paths will be created in spaces that you thought would be closed. Doors will be open. No weapon form will prosper. Those types of sayings, they mean so much, and we often take them for granted. Mm. Ooh, just so in it right now. I, I'm having to detach from a desire for specific outcomes. I'm having to um be all right with not presenting myself the way I want to. I'm having to just accept it, and like I said, it's there's the plans we make, and then there's what is intended for us. And I'm getting a lot of what is intended for me and having to just sit like I was feeling no way, and plans was a little extra, or like my understanding wasn't hitting for what I thought it was. Who said you can't do it scared? Who said you can't do it not knowing? This obsession with knowing is wild, because it's like in the mind of an intellectual or somebody who thinks a lot, there's the illusion that there's this illusion or disillusionment that knowing brings stability, knowing brings some type of security. There's things that we can prep for and the things that we control. We control the outlook of our mind. So any space we step into, our mind is going to respond to it, but we must be in that pilot. We must be in that pilot seat. We must be in the captain's seat of our mind. And must I must be consistent in my commitment to my spiritual practices. I must be committed to my mental health practices. All of these different things that I'm committed to, I owe that to myself. And like, as I said, it doesn't look like what your mind can tell you sometimes. It's just it's so much, but being courageous isn't comfortable. It isn't. I mean, you can see the pictures and you're like, oh, they got through that thing. I'm like, it took a lot. Like, you can't package the feeling. You got to go be within it. I didn't even speak to you. She wants to talk, but you got to go be within it. You got to go live through it. You got to go touch it, and that's the power of it. That's the power of spirituality. It isn't something that we dictate. It's just you understand as you grow that there is power in our words. There is power in prayer. When people say, "Oh, that don't mean nothing," everything means something. You don't have to sit around and try to discover what everything means, because it won't make this experience that much more impactful. It may serve vanity. It'll make you feel better about the way you show up, possibly, and your ego will be great, but all going to dust. We will all return to the ashes and dust we came from. this is our vehicle through this space. Honoring this vehicle and being conscious of that are necessary as we move through. But it's so wild because it's just not promised, and it's not guaranteed, and all these different things, man. Um, like I said, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it lately, and it is magical. It is all things. It is love. It is bliss. It is joy. It's serenity. And like I said, carriage is not this comfortable, cushy, um, every thing is set to how we wish it to be type of experience. You're disillusioned if you believe that there is no fear or there's no worry or doubt in going up against great powers. Read stories, whether it be biblical, whether it be historical. Biblical is historical in my context, but whether it be even Vedic and the Indian text that I've been reading, classical Indian text, the Bhagavad Gita, these different stories, and a lot of people's stories. I just read UOU by Eric Thomas. When I read Malcolm X in high school, and I read about Medgar Evers, when I read about Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois, or Du Bois. When I read about these different individuals, when I read about Harriet Tubman and I hear about the things that she did, and I observance, when I look and observe and release judgment, the common narrative is that it wasn't set, it wasn't certain, but that faith, unwavering faith that you finna be protected, is what gets us through. And it's like some people meet a end that we deem unfortunate, but oftentimes we forget how much life they live in the time they were here and how much energy they put out. Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. met early ends. Medgar Evers met an early end, but he put so much energy out. They put so much energy out into this space that their names hold power alone. Just saying their names brings about stories after story. It's power that they left in so many individuals, power that I benefit from, that you'll benefit from, depending on your outlooks and perspectives. So as I said, I sat down and said, telling you now, speaking to you, you hear me. You know what I mean? Be scared and do it anyway. Get to it. This is yours. This is yours. This is yours, mine, and ours. Mine. Taking a biggie line. Whatever. Remember this. One day made better is many days made greater. I'm uplifting you to be in a world that cares. If I keep it to myself, I think that's unfair. The joy I've been given is best when shared. Visionaries never die, legends survive through the seeds we sow daily. We get better with time. I'm a guy from a place. Charm City Bipper. Quis The Vndl. Marquis is the name my mama gave me. I'm wishing you peace, prosperity, and many, many blessings. Enjoy this day you've been given. Like, share, and subscribe. Even if you don't share the video, share the message. Tell somebody about what you heard here. We need to talk about it. We need to talk about it and be about it. And you're going to see about it. Whatever. I'm God. Love y'all.
me higher. I just wanna feel